And now, for your enjoyment, a quick minute with your humble host, Jay Thomas. Take it away, Jay.
This is a great song for this piece right here. It's Kevin MacLeod, Still Picking. Today, no politics. Today, I wanted to remember a man I met just a few times, but he really made an impact on my family, and we really loved him when we met him. He was great. His name is Wes Butcher. His full name is Wes Mountain Man Butcher, and he had a thing called Mountain Man Camp at Woolaroc Museum and Ranch. And if you don't know what Woolaroc is, let me fill you in. Woolaroc was the country home of Frank and Jane Phillips of Phillips Petroleum. Yep, those evil petroleum brothers that gave a lot of their money away, and he started this ranch, and he started it, and he started saving the bison, American buffalo, and it became a symbol of the oil boom in the area, and Bartlesville was big in oil, and he started this, and he would invite everybody, presidents, aviators, movie stars. They all came and had a great time at this place. And it says he would invite his wealthy East Coast investors. He was a banker. He was a banker and an oil man. And he also had a great friendship with the local Native Americans, the local American Indians. Especially, there's two of his friends, and who could not be friends with this guy? Bacon Rind was one of the chief. Bacon Rind and Fred Lookout with the Osage Nation were good friends of his, and he was very friendly with Native Americans and the Indians, and they made him an honorary chief later on. He dealt fairly with them, and he was really liked by them. So, and then Blackstone the magician was there a long time ago, and he threw the deck of Blackstone's deck. He was doing a card trick, and he threw the cards against the wall, and the Queen of Spades stuck to the wall, and it's still there today. It's really an interesting place. Like I said, presidents visited. Herbert Hoover and his wife, Harry S. Truman, FDR. Also, they would have these parties. They were called Cow Thieves and Outlaw Reunions. And just because the cow thieves, bank robbers, cowboys, Indians, outlaws, and politicians all hung out there. And so they had these, they're called the CTORs. The Cow Thieves and Outlaws reunions, and he had those every year. It was a very hip place at the time. And 30 years ago, Mountain Man came, and he pitched an idea for these Mountain Man camps. He did it here in another place. He was only supposed to stay there 2 weeks, and it turned into 30 years, and I'm glad it did, because he touched my family. My little girl still remembers him. And he passed away November 25th. He was a really good man, and the Mountain Man retreats, what they were, and I'll read this off their website. Woolaroc's Mountain Man Camp is a recreation of the frontier-style encampment that showcases how mountain men lived, traded, and thrived in the wilderness. Built with authenticity in mind, the camp includes primitive cabins, hand-built built tools, cooking areas. It's true, we had some cornbread there. And demonstrations led by reenactors. And some of these demonstrations, they had black powder rifles. That was cool. Bows and arrows, uh, tomahawk throwing, skinning techniques for trapping animals and skinning. The trade goods of the 1800s, frontier survival skills, and it was really just a great, great experience. And he did this on the weekends, and people would come from miles around, and thousands of people joined him, and they'd show you how to make a teepee. Teepees are really cool. They got teepees there you walk into, and you can see how big these structures were, and it's really interesting. They have all sorts of great stuff up there. It's a gem for Oklahoma and the Bartlesville area. It's just it's you don't think about these things until they happen. And I heard about it last night on the radio, and he was a good man. He was a happy man, and one of his a guy who works for him, a newbie. His name is William Newby. He said it this way. I think it's pretty good. And he said, "I'm very much so looking right now at that laugh that he always had, and looking for the joy, the bright, shiny side. His symbol was sunshine and happiness." And you know what? It really was. He was a happy guy, as I can remember it. And he was happy when he was all the kids were around, and he would be teaching them this stuff, how to skin a cat, how to skin something. Is like and he was just he was a wonderful man. And we're a little bit less. The world's a little bit less today that he's passed, but heaven is graced, and I hope he has many Woolarocs, and I hope he has many fun days camping, and just looking at some of the pictures here. I hope God takes him in his hands, and he just has a wonderful afterlife. And I can see him up there now, camping. They have a really good picture. I'm going to take a couple of these pictures. They're from Woolaroc, so I'm probably breaking some kind of law, but he was a nice man, and we're all a little bit less today for his passing. But God bless Wes, Mr. Butcher. Godspeed. Good send-off music for you, sir.